Good morning. Clay. Happy Friday, everybody. This morning we're going to be sculpting Morgoth. Just pulled him out of the oven. He's still a little bit warm, but should be good to go. I believe we're going to jump into sculpting his arm. We finished off his hand yesterday. Baked it. Looks good. The question is, will his arm have visible anatomy, or will it be armored? I think it might actually be an armored arm. In the fires of Cnot's stove. It's okay. I actually have a big sticker on my stove. It's called Mount Doom. So every time I bake something, it's everything I make is forged in the fires of Mount Doom. That's a really good idea, actually. Oh wow. Alright, there we go. Brilliant idea. Somebody needs to make assets for like decorating stoves with it just makes it look like Mount Doom. Or even just a nice medieval fantasy little magnet can go on there. There we go. $1 million idea for someone. It's only worth about $20 unless someone puts it into action, though. Sounds like something I would do. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Oh yeah? Have you seen it before, or is this your first quest through the film? They're 18 Vix. Okay, hold on. I'm just getting my reference together, and then we'll begin. First go. Oh, wow. All right. That's exciting. Now you started understanding like more than half of the references we give during the stream. It's kind of like the medieval fantasy I don't know, pentacle. So much of the world revolves around those films, I feel, or even just even the story and the books in general. So, but I think the films definitely reached a wider audience than the book. It's good stuff, man. So this whole time, 18 Vix has been wondering, what the heck? Why is who's this Frodo guy, and why does cnotbusch always giving him a hard time? Now you'll know. Alright, let's see. Good morrow. What's up, Danny Day? How you doing, my friend? Let's see. Oh, geez, I don't know, folks. I think it's something like this. What's up, Toadstool? How you doing? Okay, I'll go with this, alright. Hey, cool, Morph. Just good. Yours is quite the character. Can't wait to see how it goes. Extended or cinematic? I think cinematic is the one that was shown like in theaters, and extended is just with all the extra bonus scenes and stuff. Alright. Let's condition a little bit of clay here. A fresh pack. That should be good enough. Oh. Wrong setting. Tegan. Hey, thank you for the post there over on Kick, Tegan. Appreciate that. Just getting our morning started. Welcome. I appreciate that very much. What do you do on stream there, Tegan? Ooh. Those of you new coming in, my name is cnotbusch. I make one-of-a-kind sculptures here. We do everything start to finish by hand. Today we're working on, this is Morgoth from Lord of the Rings universe. We're getting ready to sculpt in his arm. We did the hand yesterday, so. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So this is a process. Whenever you get a fresh box of clay out, you have to go conditioning it. Essentially, it's just kind of smushing it around until it softens up. You're gonna watch for a month and start trying to build alongside me? Well, hey, definitely check out. Right now, we're currently producing a start to finish tutorial where I really explain each step and walk you through the whole process. So pull up that playlist and follow along. And the new episodes of that are on Sunday mornings. So check it out. YouTube has the playlist saved, and so does Twitch. Kick, I couldn't find a playlist feature here, so I wasn't able to save them here. Yeah, YouTube's got it. Yeah, here's the piece so far. This is where we're at on the character. But I explain each step very thoroughly, and just kind of play the video and pause as you go, you know. Listen to the instruction and then pause the video and execute it and play again. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead. I appreciate that. Thank you. You could also, a part of the class is that you could submit your photos and videos on Discord and get feedback. Each week I do a feedback round. So if you do indeed join us and follow along and you're looking for some input, that's the time to do it. Good morning, Ghoul. How you doing? It really makes you wonder if there will ever be a kind of medieval fantasy genre set of films that will come out, like the Lord of the Rings. I feel like the answer to that might be no. Things have changed so much just in culture and everything. I don't know if it'll ever be the same. Plus, it's no small task, you know. Everything's become so disposable. You know, they spent a lot of money producing that thing, you know, that film. Not sure they would ever. Hey. Let's see here.
Greetings, fellow adventurer. We've got everything you need to rest and refuel.
Dak, thank you very much for the sub. Let's see. I appreciate that very much. Welcome to the cnotbusch kingdom. Let's get you a wisdom here. With some snail slime. Let's see what it says. Believe in the magic within you. You have the power to make your dreams come true. There you go, Dick. Thank you for your support, my friend. Good morning, Colleen. Yeah, exactly, 18 Vix. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoy them. Just for the artistry. I can enjoy most films just for the artistry. The scene, you know, the little details in the scenes and stuff like that I can enjoy. I honestly think the level of story and quality maybe it's not found in the movies anymore, but it can be found in the games. Games are kind of the new frontier, I think. New frontier of storytelling. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Baldur's Gate 3. And then I'm sure after a matter of time, that industry will succumb to the greed and have all its decisions made by business folk instead of artist folk. But then there'll be something else, whatever the next frontier will be. There's always a place for good storytelling, uncorrupted storytelling. It's just the nature of the world we live in. Do they succumb to the greed or just get invaded? Well, probably a bit of both. A bit of both, I imagine. Well, yeah, once an industry gets taken over, even the people that are in it that want to do things good can't, because now there's like this new standard set, and there's, you know, it just doesn't work. All right, let's see here. Okay, well, let me pull up my reference here. Add our first layer of clay here. Starting with the glue. Hey, what's up, Ray? Good to see you. How you doing? Let's get this kind of base layer of clay down. An artist guild? Yeah. I don't think so. It's part of the ebb and flow and the nature of this world. Like a flower in a field. Beautiful when it's there, but ultimately it's gone. But its seeds disperse and grow into other beautiful flowers. And so the cycle continues. Oh, nice. Is that your weekend project there, True? What's up, Corin? Good morning. More than likely. I think I'm gonna start planting this weekend.
Greetings, fellow adventurer.
Hey.
We've got everything you need to rest and refuel.
Hey, Tegan, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate that. Oh, it's Tears of a Mermaid. I wonder if the tears of mermaids are salty. Just as a skilled archer takes aim at their target despite the fear of missing, don't let fear hold you back from pursuing your goals and dreams. Oh wow, that's a great one. Indeed. Thank you, Tegan. Thank you very much.
Spare a coin for an old beggar.
Hey, splintered brush. That message went too quick. Hold on. Let me pull that up really quick. Well, I sure do appreciate that tip there, splintered brush. Thank you. Let me read the message. I forgot to log into my dashboard here. Let's see. There it is. Keep up the amazing work. Hopefully this tip will cover your coffee costs for the week. You know what? I actually just went to the grocery store yesterday and bought a pack of coffee, and it cost just about $10. So, yes indeed, covers it. It lasts me even more than a week. Hey, thank you so much there, Splintered Brush. I appreciate it. Yeah, I remember it was about $10 for the coffee.
Well met, loyal friend. You've made a real impact on the realm. Thank you for your contributions.
Hey, Clayton with the tier 3 sub, 19 months. Let's do this Friday right. Wising me up. Okay, you get to choose. Get to choose there. Dragon Tears, Broken Heart, or Elixir of Life? What is your choice, my friend? And thank you so much there, Clayton, for all your support, my friend. Thanks for going above and beyond to help us push that goal of the 300 points for the Prime Partnership. Dragon Tears. Alright, fair enough. What does it say? May your sword be sharp and your words even sharper. Well, that's pretty perfect for you. Your words are pretty sharp. You're quite witty with the words. Does the dried leaves ground cover technique work for the planters as well? Like for potted plants, you mean? Not as well, not as good, because you don't have the like creature activity inside the potted plants as much. Good morning, Grandma. Also, one of the points of the leaves covering the top of the soil is to prevent the moisture from evaporating out, essentially. And with a potted plant, the moisture leaves so much faster because it's getting attacked from all different angles, you know, all the way around and from the top, depending on the pot, of course, but still it tends to evaporate much quicker just because of the fact that it's above the ground and there's more airflow around the soil. It will work, it just won't work as effective as planting into the ground. So, but I would still do it. I would still cover the top of the plant, the top of the soil with some leaves. Definitely. Good morning, Mother. Good morning, Rope. Okay, let's see here. Indeed, we're building up his arm here on our character. I seem very awake today. Yeah, I went to bed early last night. Felt great. I was fighting it though, that's for sure. Must stay up. Such precious time that is, the evening hours when Emma's asleep. But sometimes you gotta give it up for some sleep yourself. Also, the sun being out and us getting a lot of outside time, I think, is definitely helping too. Shake off those wintry blues. Fired up the grill for the first time yesterday and cooked a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I was dozing off watching something last night. I was like, all right, I'm going to bed. All right, fine. It's weekend soon anyways. That's the case for a lot of artists. I think 18 Vix. That I know exactly what you're talking about. Those evening getting in the zone hours. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone's got to kind of figure out their schedule for themselves. We all have very different lives. Oh, okay. That's cool. How long is she staying? Oh yeah. Have another Uncle Ed situation. Yeah. That's good. It'll be an adventure, I'm sure. Yep. Man, I'm tempted to make him not have armor on his arms. I don't know why. Just always love the forms of the forearm. Let's fill in the bicep area and kind of see how things are looking. Don't get attached covered with armor. He's only really fought like 3 times. Got his butt kicked by a giant eagle one time and beat up by elves the other time. Right, but he is a craftsman, so that's why, you know, when we do make the armor, it has to be pretty elegant. Oh, that's right. That's going on this weekend. Forget. Keep forgetting about that. Let me pull up some anatomy reference here. It does talk about him having armor, though. The anatomy for sculptors. A great reference, by the way. Even if you don't buy their books, they have a lot of free, wonderful free reference on their site. Establish the elbow. About right here. And we fill in the tricep area. Hey, what's up, Bandito? Hey, what's up, Stephen Mack? Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Kind of work in the shoulder area just a little bit so we can really see. Shoulder ties into the arm anatomy there. Hey, so far so good. It's Friday. Can you believe it? Oh yeah? That's good. Entering some pieces, are you? A little bit more on the tricep. Good. The horns are part of his head. The crown kind of fits around the horns. I suppose the viewer can interpret however they want, though. So. All right, my friend. I'll catch you later. This elbow a little more pronounced here. Hello, Minimancer. How do you do, friend? So, I used to be confused with how to know the forearm tends to have a twist depending on the pose of the hand. How to figure out that twist direction, make it look natural. I'll show you a cool trick. So the two bony spots to think about are the wrist bone, which the wrist bone kind of is there to there, right? It goes in a straight, like a bar, across the bottom of the hand. And the elbow, okay? Now, the direction of the twist is dictated by the outside, or the pinky side of the hand. If you were to draw a line from the elbow like this, and then you can kind of fill in your muscles following the same direction of that line. Then from here to here. From the inside of the elbow to the thumb. So following the ulna? Yeah, that's right. But that tends to make, instead of the bone bulging outwards towards us, it tends to make an indentation, you know, like this. Instead of like this, it's like this. Where the muscles and tendons are kind of pulling in towards the bone. And then imagining that the forearm muscles is just a bunch of rubber bands attached to the bone structure around the elbow and the wrist. So you're making these rubber bands. And then using reference, you can figure out kind of like where do those rubber bands go? How should they look? Radius is thumb, ulna is pinky. Rad radius. Yeah, well, in the art world, you don't necessarily need to know the names of the bones and the muscles. You just need to know how they look and where do they go. The name is irrelevant unless you're talking to somebody else. How do you take into account of the twist of the forearm bones? Well, there's certain things that are so subtle that it's not something you necessarily have to take into account. Slap a gauntlet on there. So this muscle should be moved up a little bit here. Bicep muscle should go actually about here. There we are. That's why we don't smooth things in. Even if we do cover this with armor, it is always good to figure out the natural formations of the body before you put clothing and armor. It's just gonna make because when you're designing armor, you want to design it in a way that it looks like the character can move, you know. You can just let your anatomy turn into the armor, essentially. And it's good practice. Just like I talk about practicing on the go. Yep, exactly. 18 VIX. You only get to practice the arm anatomy twice per character, unless they have more than 2 arms. Just don't go crazy, don't go into detail, and don't fully refine it if it's not going to be seen. Get the shapes in there, make the shapes look right. It does, yep. It takes a lot of the thinking out of it. If you just like, you don't have to think about, oh, how is this cloth gonna lay across the body? Because you can just simply sculpt it right on top of your anatomy layer, and it all kind of comes together relatively easily. Right. Well, muscles and tendons tend to follow the same rules, you know, those kind of underlying rules. There's certainly patterns there, you know. The only thing that's changing, the muscles and the tendons aren't changing between animals and humans. It's the bones, the size and shape of the bones. So you have a different set of bones, which means the muscles lay differently, which creates the different shaped creature. It's always interesting to me is that the muscles of the forearm actually goes, if you pay attention to it, on this side that goes, they go up here all the way to like the halfway point of this distance between the elbow and the bicep. Almost halfway up there, see that? So it doesn't go from wrist to elbow in this case, which makes sense because, you know, if you have this structure here and you put a rubber band between, because you want this arm to be able to lift like this, you know, it makes sense that it would go like that. So when this contracts, it pulls the arm up, you know. Whereas if this rubber band was attached here at the elbow and it contracts, you just break your arm. What? Thieves take a 200-foot radio tower and transmitter in Alabama. Alright, interesting. Why would they have an interest in stealing that, I wonder? Also not an easy heist to pull off. The copper, okay. Interesting. It's them pesky scrappers, I tell you. Look no further. I'll keep my ears open. Nothing nefarious happening here. Just some scrappers looking for some copper. I mean, it could be. Could be. Them college frat guys is trying to get beer money. I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe they're like really not like there's no security at those radio tower sites, so maybe it was an easy scrapping heist, but I don't know. You can't just go to a scrapyard and turn in like a radio transmitter tower. Hey, some guy left this out on the curb and I picked it up and here we go. So turning it in for some little scrap here. The like side eye you'd be getting from the scrapper, the guy who owns the scrapyard. They'd have to like smelt it back into like bricks of copper or something. Make it unrecognizable. Where would they hope to hide such a large device? We live in America, my friend. There's plenty of places to hide such large things. What did they have? Like, they must have had like a couple box trucks or something. Hey, what's up, Glad? Indeed. It's Sauron's daddy. His name is Morgoth. Meanwhile, there's a neighbor with a cup of coffee just looking at his neighbor's new tower. Maybe our imaginations of how big this is actually probably too big. I'm imagining like one of those huge like steel framed things that you can climb up. But I was just thinking, now that I think about it, I think my neighbor at my parents' place had a probably, maybe not a 200-foot tower, but maybe like 50 to 100-foot tower. I could see it. If that was double, I could see them pulling that off. Definitely. But it would definitely be like a whole crew of people. Definitely not one guy. Still there? Yeah, it's still there. He had like a CV radio that he would talk to buddies or do who knows what on. And me and the power of this tower next to us was so strong that we'd be playing games, me and my brothers when we were younger. We'd be playing games on the TV in the room that was closest to that side of the, to his house. And we'd hear voices coming through the speakers of the TV. Like somehow transmitting through the speakers of the TV. So I'd be like, hello, hello. This is Chi-Town, Chicago, 5594 for pop. You like you barely make out what it says, but here we are trying to like play our games, listening to the neighbors' CV radio chatter. Like, why are their voices coming from our TV? They're here. No, just the neighbor's giant 100-foot CV radio tower. Probably ham radio. Evil never sleeps. Germans never sleep. You Germans. You guys need to learn to relax. It's my new game plan. We're gonna move to Germany and I'm gonna open a relaxation clinic, right, where I teach Germans how to relax. No, you aren't. No, I'm not. I'm not moving to Germany. But it would be a successful business. It's the German people. They need my help. Yes, this is all clay, and welcome to the stream. It's mom's like low-key mom's worst nightmare. So I call her up one day and say, "Hey, Mom, we're moving to Germany. See you later." Her only grandchild with an ocean between them. Don't worry, Mom. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna move to Ecuador instead. It's a lot cheaper to live down there. There's no ocean between us then. Just a lot of land. I know, Mom's traumatized from the time when I moved to Colorado for like 8 years. Yeah, see, Mom? You don't have to be afraid. Just wherever I go, you go too, see? Easy solution. Alright, Mom, pack your bags. We're going out to northern Alaska and building a cabin on the free land up there. I'm sure they won't mind, Mom. They can come too. Panama Canal, much more navigable than the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, I'm sure. Look, Mom. It's obvious to everyone that the land that our family chose to inhabit is becoming uninhabitable. Okay? It's time to go. New horizons. Illinois? No, just next to Chicago. There's a lot of places in Illinois that are just fine. Just need like keep Chicago at arm's reach. At least 100-mile distance at all times. You love the touristy part of the city, which is a very small percentage of what the city actually is. And you can love the city, but you don't have to live next to the city to still love it. Alright, Ghoul. Hey, catch you later. You can always visit. There's bullet holes in the side of my house, but hey, pizza's good. I figure I'd stick around. Pizza's good. No problem. Don't be scared. I'm not scared. I'm just being wise. That's all. There's a difference between being scared and being wise. I'm not afraid. Do I need to give you the friends jumping off the bridge analogy, Mom? Okay. You're like the person that jumps off of the bridge without a bungee cord or parachute, and then turns to their friend before they jump and say, "Don't be scared." Hey! And then jumps. Nah. I'm not, what's his face? From Back to the Future. What's the main character's name? Can't remember. Where all you gotta do is say, get him to do anything, all you gotta do is say, "Don't be chicken." Marty, yeah. I'm not Marty. Just hand him a Tide Pod and said, "Don't be a chicken." Oh yeah? Should you get your will in order? I think you'll survive, Mom. Mm-hmm. Alright, I need coffee. I'll be right back. All right. Ah, man. Let's fix this really quick. Yeah, right? You're talking about the difference between how it looks now and how it looked with just the wire. Yeah, what a difference, right? Yep. Which is exactly why the measuring is so important. We really gotta make that decision on if we're gonna be doing the armor here. It is a little bit long, yeah. I wanted to give him a little bit longer proportions because the fact that he's kind of like an elf. They tend to be, you know, in the 8 to 9 head tall range. Just hinting to the fact that he's not a human, you know. They are, yeah, there's gonna be the stones in there, which are gonna light up, and so are his eyes. So I have all the passages that talk about this character that the client prepared for me, which I use, and then I'm using Justin Gerard's sketches, some sketches he made of this character. It's kind of like a baseline reference. Justin, Mr. Justin. Okay, let's start putting on pieces of clay to represent pieces of armor to kind of figure out how we want this to look. Definitely, he has like really big pauldrons. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. Okay, I like that idea. He's got these big pauldrons. The arm is bare, but he's got kind of like these bracers on. But we'll see the bicep. We'll see all this area. I think that's good. Okay. So that means we need to finalize the anatomy and make it look good. No, everything I make is a one-off, one-of-a-kind piece. I heard you make donut. Yeah. Come to my donut shop. It's like he's summoning your soul. It's kind of the idea. Well, not really summoning your soul, but it's like luring, commanding you. So what we do here is we finalize and finish the anatomy, and then we bake it, and then we do the armor. That's right. That's correct. The clay is hardened through baking and then painted and then sent to the client. That is correct. Okay, so then this line here. Here. Oh yeah. Melkor is being armed. He shall rise once more. He has been cast into outer darkness to be released for a time. Good morning, Maggie. How you doing? That's okay. You can span, that's fine. All right, so let's see here. Oh, hi, Lotus. Get you in the zone. I will enjoy some Baldur's Gate 3 this weekend as well. Looking forward to that. Hey, what's up, Dragon? My weekend agenda. Hang out with the family. Play Baldur's Gate 3. Plant onions. Well, I've been on the quest to start onions from seed without using indoor grow lights. That's been my big challenge. Because I don't want to buy sets. I want first year onions. So I have a theory that if I create a almost like greenhouse scenario outside, I can start seeds now. And they should be okay. Also because we had such a, I mean, I'm sure temperatures are going to drop again, but so I'm going to plant them inside of like seed trays that have the dome cover, and I'm going to like tape it closed. No, the soil never froze here. Yeah, the ground never froze. Perhaps a greenhouse with trays. Yeah. Yeah. It's supposed to keep warm, yeah. So I think we can get away with it this year for sure. But I've been wanting to experiment more with sowing seeds in the wintertime outside, in scenarios like take a milk jug and you cut it in half in the middle, and then you fill it with dirt and you put seeds in there in the wintertime when it's cold, and you almost like let the seeds overwinter, and then you put the top of the milk jug on there, and then you wait, and essentially right when the temperature is perfect, when the seedlings should be sprouting, is exactly when they will. Instead of playing this like guessing game, like, oh, because I've been doing this thing where I don't plant my tomatoes or anything like that until I see volunteers from the year prior. So I don't like look at dates or weather or anything when I decide when I'm gonna plant my like tomatoes, for example. I just wait until I start seeing the tomato seeds from the previous year come up, and they always come up exactly at the right time. So yeah, I've never once, and I don't think this has ever happened, where the seedlings come up and too early and die, so nature knows best with stuff like that. Yeah, I do all direct sow. I don't like doing the modern gardening with like inside grow lights and all that stuff. I want it to be like just put seed in dirt, grow food. You know, simple. So, also I just don't have the space, to be honest. I don't have the space to do inside seeding. I got plenty of outside space. I could see if I ever built like a greenhouse, doing seedlings in a greenhouse, but yeah, it's like I've learned that we as humans like to there's already a perfect system that works great, but we like to get so involved that we have to do all this work and do all these things, when it's like, if we just pay attention to the natural process and more or less just guide it along its way. But a lot of especially gardening, we like to get in there and do it our way, you know, and it usually ends up creating a lot of work. So I don't want a lot of work. Yeah. No, so I want to build a greenhouse specifically for starting seeds. That's what I think I want to do. So it won't be a greenhouse that you walk into. It'll be a design that's like kind of like a chicken coop. Smaller than a chicken coop. Almost like a garden row, but it's like just a greenhouse with like trays that you can pull in and out. Like doors open up on the little doors open up on the sides, and you can remove trays and put them in. Something like that. Something is like really low space, simply for starting seeds. And that's it. Not to like grow full plants or nothing, so. No. Like a pizza oven for your seedlings. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna really think about that and make something, I think. Well, I use this method. What kind of got me onto this is when it is ready to start planting, I usually start planting earlier than most people. And what I do is I pull my leaves away, because I do a really thick layer of fall leaves over the whole garden. I pull the leaves away on the row that I want to plant. I put my seed in the ground, I cover it with dirt, and I put a plastic cup, a clear plastic cup, the bigger ones, right on top of it, and then I push the leaves around the base of the cup. And you'll see immediately, as soon as you push that cup down, it like gets nice and steamy in there from the wet soil evaporation. But anyways, what this does is it creates a little greenhouse, essentially, just like that. That's essentially what a greenhouse is, just a upside down plastic cup on the ground. I do this for the reason of keeping the moisture in there for the seed to germinate. It amplifies the sun, so the seeds will kind of get a kickstart, and it prevents like wind, and if we get like a cold snap and things freeze over, it creates a covering for that. And most of all, it reminds you where you planted things. So because when you have a really big garden, it's very easy to be like, wait, did I plant that, or what is this? What is this thing here? Or when you're just like going at the garden with like tools and stuff, and you accidentally like murder your baby plants, which is a terrible thing when it happens. But the cup is the ultimate protection. So oh, it does for sure. I very much use the leaf mulch kind of method. It's like it's like the Back to Eden garden, but for people that are not, for impatient people that can't wait 5 or more years for the wood chips to break down. Every year we get a nice consistent supply of wonderful leaves. Are like gold in my mind. So I grab all my leaves and I throw them on all my growing areas in the fall. And then I go to my neighbor's house and I take their leaves too. I'll even rake people's yards for them for free, just to have their leaves. I did quite a few of the neighbors' yards last year. Or people bag up their leaves and put them in those brown bags and put them at the side of the road, and I'm the crazy guy that walks over and just grabs them and brings them to my house and dumps them out in my yard. There's that guy leaf poaching again. All your leaves belong to me. Have you ever had someone ask you to leave them alone? No. And I don't think I ever will. It's a win-win scenario because most people view leaves as a burden. Alright, so most people aren't going to say, no, you cannot rake our leaves and take them and remove them for us for free. There you go, Lotus. Yeah. Yeah, I love it, man. Once you get a garden that you really start to like year after year work on it, adding the leaves, they break down, adding the leaves, they break down. The amount of life, like wildlife that comes in from like bugs and even animals, like just I love sitting out in the garden once everything's kind of going full swing. It's a little sanctuary. Something's not eating your garden. It's not part of an ecosystem. I bet he's hiding 200-foot radio tower under those leaves. Well, what's amazing to me, oh boy, you guys gotta be going on garden rants. What's amazing to me is I can have like this much leaves, you know, or even like 2 to 3 foot thick, just leaves over everything in the fall. And then the first snow hits and it goes from this to like literally like a layer like this. And then when the snow melts, it's like this, it's almost like you know, like the texture of like the ground texture on a game that doesn't have any grass, and it's like this just flat, matted down texture. It's exactly how it looks. And it creates like a thick tarp over the whole growing area. And the only place where things will actually grow, like weeds and stuff, are areas that you've removed that tarp. 2D leaves, yeah. Really, it does. It looks like It looks like just a basic ground texture in a game when the snow melts off and the leaves are all compressed down. So all I'm doing is I'm emulating exactly what the most lush green places in the world do, which is forests and jungles. And the one thing they do that, or one thing they don't do that we do as humans, is remove the leaves and the sticks and stuff. We're like, ah, get these pesky leaves out of here. I don't like how it looks. Oh man, such fools we are, foolish fools. Once you awaken to the reality that having a grass lawn is just, it makes no sense. Practically, it makes zero sense. To grow a chunk of grass without an animal to graze the grass. To then put fuel in a lawnmower. To chop the grass down for no particular reason whatsoever, other than the way it looks. Yeah, I learned that too, Lotus. I knew about it, but I saw a video that it kind of laid it all out. It makes perfect sense that a lot of the amount of yard space we have in a normal, like, you know, say take a normal house, the space for the front and the backyard was enough space to grow enough food for a family of whatever size home it was. And the way you would display your wealth back in the day would be to, instead of using that space to grow your food, you would use that space and grow grass or a lawn, you know. And it was just a way to show that you're wealthy enough to not have to grow your own food. Now here we are, a bunch of people with lawns, but not the wealth. I think the whole concept of a lawn started with like castles and stuff, having a grass lawn. But same idea, just to show that you had enough wealth to not have to grow food. I learned that frost and the leaves make the fertilizer that makes temperate regions so productive. Yeah, the cold breaks down, you know, when you freeze something and then you thaw it out, it makes it break down quicker. So in the wintertime, things are freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing, and it's like preparing it to be broken down really quickly. When the warmer months hit. Ah, the standard. Oh boy, man. Homeowners associations. I would be a nightmare to any homeowners association that I was a part of. Or a blessing, because they'd be able to find me a bunch of times and make a bunch of money. Do you have to sign an agreement when you get a home in a homeowners association area that says like they can just take your house if you just refuse to do anything? Like if you refuse to pay the fines or to listen to them in any way? Transplanted wild blackberries behind our garage. It's a jungle. You own the house but not the land. Ah, I see. Okay. So they could evict you from the land, I see. Not from the home. So let's say you own a home in an area that decides to switch to homeowners association or whatever. Or does that even happen? Does that not happen? You could just not agree, right? And be like the only home on the block that's not part of the crowd. I'd rather own land and not buy a house. Yeah, exactly. Our glorified box that we sit in. Ah, Mr. Henry, your sitting box is looking fabulous today. Ah, yes. I've worked my whole life for this beautiful box to sit in. Indeed. An earth ship? Oh yeah, I've seen those earth ships. There's something to be said about the Hobbit way of living with those houses that are buried under the dirt. Bet you it's really efficient for certain things, you know. I bet you wouldn't have to air condition very much. What's up, Mudworks? Wait, what happened? Kick is censoring you now? That's what's happening. Sir, the peasants are awakening. Shut them down. Take away their tongues. I'll come back next week and be like, ah, I love my green grass lawn. I'm actually gonna go mow it today, I think. Yes. I'll look like me, but like a little bit different. Different earlobes and whatnot. Mud walls are problematic. No, I'm not talking about making it out of mud. I'm just saying having whatever structure it is, like almost like buried in the dirt, kind of like root cellar style, you know. It's like taking the same purpose as a root cellar. But yeah, I imagine dealing with moisture and stuff like that would be the challenge. I think I'd rather deal with those challenges though than American homes are kind of like really like glorified cardboard boxes. Just like 2 sheets of plywood with fiberglass in between. Connect between you and the outside world, and then we build the box above ground, and then we put black tar on the top of it. Black tar shingles. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like a very efficient. It's efficient because it's cheap and easy. That's why it's efficient compared to like building a house out of stone or something. I love the way European homes are, or homes in Germany. They know what's up. They know how to build things that last. Big timbers and stones. Does it never smell in the summer? No, it doesn't. Mm-mm. Roads are made of tar as well. Yeah. The roads that they have to replace every like 5 years. So it seems like it. Oh boy, that's a whole nother rant right there. 50% tar, 50% holes. Yeah, exactly. Man, you should see some of the roads around here. They're really bad around here. But yeah, and then being that guy that's like looking at the hole in the tar road, he's like, how do we, what do we do here? Hey, let's just put some fresh tar in that there hole and smush it down. That'll do it. That'll do it for maybe a year. Just kick the can down the road. Oh, yeah, I missed it too. Yeah, Lotus, hey. Hey, we'll catch you later. Always good to talk to you. I could tell you're I bet if we were in a room sharing some drinks, we could have some really long conversations about some things. Seem to be on the same wavelength on things. But you have a good one. My roads are some of the worst you've ever been on. I know, they're pretty bad here. Very nice, Lord Gad. An excellent strategy. He'd be very busy here for a long time. By the time he'd got through all the potholes in this area, the first ones he did would start fading. Is Cosmo clay like monster clay at all? Is that new clay that Shavant came out with? Cosmo clay. I'm using Cos clay. Cos clay. Best looking sculpture you've ever seen? Oh, hey, well, welcome. Welcome. The roads ice up and they plow the roads and make new holes. Yep, that's how it happens. They also use salt, which is corrosive. It's Cosmo clay. If you're talking about Cos clay, the stuff I'm using, it's not like monster clay now. This stuff you can you sculpt with it and then you bake it and it turns into like a hard rubber material. This is a piece of baked clay. Have you seen that ice effect paint that uses salt? I haven't, no. Alright, let's see, I gotta get refocused on this anatomy here. The color does not matter, but if you get the colored clay, the colored clay tends to be on the softer side of things, so just be wary of that. Yeah, it sets really good. Yeah. Yeah, if you make a sculpture out of cast clay and then you mold and cast it, your original piece will survive that process. It won't break like with other clays. Okay, I got. And this is the tricep. Goes around. Go this way, and then these lines go this way. That's the dowel line, so that will, you can use that and it'll be a great finish, but just be warned that it is a little bit on the softer side. You're used to Fimo clay? Yeah, it'd be nice if you can get a different variety, but I know overseas it's not as easy to get a hold of. You could get some of the dowel line, and if it's too soft for you, you can just sandwich it between pieces of paper and firmen it up a bit. I'll have to check it out, sir. I really want to take the dive into. I think effect paints are a great way to improve your work without adding gobs of time. You know what I mean? Like that rust effect that we use, you know, stuff like that. Enhancing the paint job without manually doing it. I was having a hard time making details in something I was making in cast clay that was small. Yeah. Right, yeah, it's like you gotta familiarize yourself with the material, but yeah, once you do. I would say though, I'd say making an ice effect is not a very commonly needed thing, but it'd be good to have for those times when you need it. Yeah, definitely get some of it to at least try the material, and then just be aware of the fact that the stuff I use isn't as soft as that stuff. And whenever they do make it available in your area, you can get some of this. Yes, it's accessory week for our tutorial. Correct. I'm gonna be moving quick, but we're gonna try. I'm not gonna complete any accessories. I'm just gonna show you guys how to make them. But there will be some holes in the mostly just I'm gonna try to go over the building, the construction, and the shaping, and the steps, and then move on to the next item instead of sitting there and detailing it, because that's where the time gets consumed. So belts and bags. What if my dude just needs a rope for the belt? You probably could, but you might want to wait, because a lot of the times I use the belt as an opportunity to attach the bags, you know, so you might want to make the bags first, then place the rope. Or I could see doing the rope, baking it, and then just kind of adding lumps of clay to the waist and attaching the bags that way. Because squishing the bags on top of the rope might mess with the rope, you know, the shape of it. Let's add a wristbone. Two. Hey, what's up, KMP? forearm's starting to look really good there. I would naturally add more mass to the shoulders, but since the shoulders would be kind of pretty much covered by the let's actually look at this bicep shape. Shoulders are going to be covered by the pauldrons, so we don't need to go too crazy on that area. Okay, I think we're gonna blend in all these little muscle group shapes we've made and get this ready to be brushed and textured. It's looking pretty good. when you blend in these shapes like this, you're trying to maintain the shape. You know, like this little line right here. We're just trying to remove the line, but we want the shape. So just use the very tip of the tool. Just remove the line, but leave behind the shape. See that this needs a little bit more. Yeah, it's best to, I was just gonna say that I like to, you almost start with like a 0% body fat, really ripped look, and then you slowly blend it away from that until you have your desired result. You might just like how that looks and just stick with that, but it's like you do the muscles first, and then you add the fat layers after. That just kind of like lets you slowly work up to your final result, and then you don't lose track of your muscles. You eventually want to kind of lose track of your muscles, but right when it's at the where you want it to be level. Hey Maggie, you have a great weekend. We got class this Sunday, so we'll see you then or next week. Next week on Tuesday we start our sponsored project that will be going on for the next, I believe, month. Next month. It's gonna be a cool thing that I can't talk to you about until Tuesday. That's right, yeah. Opposite of reality, exactly. When you build a character, you build it from the ground up. The bone structures first, then the muscles, then the fat, then the skin, then the clothing. Correct. Let's sculpt the mist. That's right. Just gonna put a fog machine on my desk. Call it a day. It's a Luxembourg Art Prize has hired me to promote their next contest. Their Google search results my name kept popping up in their Google search results. They didn't look into why that was. They just assumed I was promoting it and then speaking highly about it. Paid criticism. It wouldn't surprise me in that backwards world how that would actually work. You came up in our Google search results as talking about our contest a lot, so we decided we'd like to sponsor you to continue that. But then whoever's working for them never actually took the time to look into like what I was saying. Because they're too old school to know how to go to look at past broadcasts, you know, or something like that. Hey, what's up, Chili Dog? There hasn't been one that I know of. I'm just waiting for there's gonna be that one Amazon, you know, director that's gonna create a game show out of the Twitch categories of some sort. I could totally see that happening in the future. Some reality TV drama-filled streamer contest. I'm not sure you could just do the art category though. It's just, you can't really, how are you gonna judge a painting against a sculpture kind of thing, you know? It would have to be a mixed media contest with different multiple challenges. Didn't stop Luxembourg. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, here we go. Giving them, dissing them without even realizing it. Oh. Our new sponsor, presented by... That's true. In this scenario, they wouldn't really care about it being a fair contest. Just that it has juicy drama that people will watch. That's all that really matters. Characters that people will like and relate to, and so there's always those, you can tell in those shows, there's always those like individuals they pick they know is just gonna cause drama. You can just tell. Like, oh yeah, this one's the problem child here. This one will stir the pot. Kingdom Light. No, we're talking about some Amazon director creating like an art contest show from the Twitch creative section. I can't even tell you how true that is. Oh, I know it's true. It's smart. You don't just pick the best candidates for a contest when you're running a show, because you have to ask yourself, what's the finished product? Is it the contest or is it the show? It's the show. So, and people like the juice, the drama juice. So if you put a bunch of like cnotbushes or non-drama filled people into a show, it's gonna be a boring show probably. So you have to have a good wide plethora of character types. I wouldn't even be surprised if they've boiled people down into like different character roles that they're trying to fill. So when they're interviewing people for their show, they're like trying to fill these, like, it's like a Guess Who board, you know, of roles. People will walk out of it bored but inspired. Yeah, see. Ready to create and not get stuck to the show. That's the nicest thing someone's ever said to me. Yeah. What about this? Hear me out. Okay, let's hear you out. You're sculpting being narrated by a soccer announcer as a show, or like an upgrade for the stream. We just need to hit like 2,000 consistent subs, and then we can hire the sports announcer to do that for us. Yes to either. Oh, I see. Have you been? How many shows have you been on, Campy? Or have you like applied to shows and stuff? I even think, okay, I'll even go as far as to say that the person that's causing the most drama in the show, they even, you know, in an elimination style show, it's like the judges choose not to eliminate that person for as long as they can. I've noticed that. Whoever's the like drama pot stirrer character of the show, even though they're like really bad at whatever not bad, but like they're obviously losing compared to the other competitors, the judges don't like get rid of them right away. They hang on to them for as long as they can. I've been on 2 Food Network shows that have aired so far. Really? Hey, that's cool. So yeah, you've been in it. Boots on the ground over here. Hey, that's cool. So you know what's up. So are my theories true, do you think? I saw you on Halloween Wars. Ah. Man, I'll have to check out some shows. Outrageous Pumpkins. And you won Halloween Wars. Oh, wow. Okay. I heard from Mel M. Croft. She's a body painter, and they did that body painting show, and she was auditioning to be on it, but ended up not making the cut, unfortunately. But it wasn't because of her body painting. Again, it wasn't because of her body painting skill, because she obviously has it. It was because of there are other reasons, you know, for the show. So. Hey, what's up, Tracy? Good morning. I was emailed asking me to audition to Outrageous Pumpkins, but I never applied. Interesting. Okay. Were any of the guys from whatchamacallit? What's that stream we did an interview on? What's the name of their channel? Like Creatures and Creations, or I wonder if any of those boys, Carvers and Creators, there we go. I wonder if any of them were on the show. Yes, you think so? Okay. Were you already a streamer, KMP, at that point? You do stream, don't you? I'm pretty sure you do. Or did you start streaming after you had won the show? Paul Denver, okay. Yeah, I could definitely see him. Matt Harper was, oh, okay. So yeah, both of them were on there. Cool. He's blacklisted from Food Network now. Oh no, what did he do? Oops. Blacklisted, wow. Give us the juice, KMP. What did he do? What did he do? Did he take up fasting? He talked about the overwhelmingly positive benefits of a fast. Try to enter a squash in a pumpkin carving contest. Do they officially let you know when you've been blacklisted? Like you get like a, I just imagine an envelope appearing in your inbox and it's like all black envelope and you open it up. All black piece of paper with like white ink lettering. You have been blacklisted. Good day, sir. And then the message just poofs into flames. Oh, thank you. Speaking of Food Network, I got a Food Network right here. A nice crispy piece of bread. Oh, I see. Nah, I definitely respect that, Campy. I was just curious. So he was just butting heads with people. That dragon does some awesome work. Oh, that is yummy. All right, 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh, there you go. Dragon. The next great pumpkin carving master. See, this is one aspect of competitive shows that I've always wondered about do everyone that's on the show get like some sort of baseline compensation for their time, or is it just like you either win it and take the prize or you lose, that's it, you know? I always wondered that because I imagine it's not everyone's in a position where they can just take a month off of work to be on a show. I always wondered. I always had this theory that there's this, like, at least minimum wage paycheck coming in from the show or something. Think of the exposure, though. I'll think of it sitting in my cardboard. There's a strict NDA line, but I will say all shows are different. Okay, yeah. I bet there is. I bet some shows there isn't, but I bet you a lot of them there is some sort of compensation for the time, because otherwise it'd be hard to get competitors. For example, say there was a show out there about sculpting that wanted me to be on their show as a competitor. I just really couldn't do it. Even if I really wanted to, and they really wanted to, so. So, but if there was at least a minimum wage paycheck coming in, I probably could. Okay. Sounds good there, Campy. Well, it's good to know that you got your head in that game. It's more just curiosity type of thing, but my minimum wage is $60 an hour. Yeah. You can't go on a show. I just got. No, we were just talking about shows. Just the whole competitive. I don't even know how we got on this topic. Competitive art show or food or whatever. Just shows in general, really. Competitive shows. I didn't get invited to go on one. No. I'm just saying if I did, it'd be. I couldn't miss work for like a whole month or. Okay, here's one. Here's a good question that you'll know the answer. How long does it take to shoot one of those shows? Because it always seems like I could either see it taking actually a really long time, or I could actually see it taking shorter than you would think kind of time. Just in your experience, if you can say. I have so much curiosity to peak here. 3 weeks to 3 months. Okay, yeah. See, all right. That's right in line with what I was thinking. I wouldn't even put pants on for them.
Good day, dear friend. Your contribution to the growth of our kingdom is invaluable. Thank you for your devotion.
Too Far West. Thank you for the 32 months, my friend. Get you some wisdom here. Thank you very, very much. Moondust, okay. Oh, let me read this and then I'll address that. Your guidance is sought after by many, and your words have the power to inspire. There you go. Too Far West. Guide others to victory, my friend. To victory. You know, it's kind of a product of my upbringing as an artist that I don't really do shows or live events or anything like that. You know, I started off as just a guy sculpting on Twitch, you know, and just kind of stayed doing that, and so I never really got into that scene You know what I mean? So I've already found kind of my success just here. So to do a show like Monster Palooza, it would just be because I want to. And so there'd be a lot of cost associated with doing it, of course. That I couldn't justify the cost of it, you know. Nor could I even afford it. Because of the way that I work, you know, it's not like I don't make things multiple items that I can sell. So I'd just be there to show my work and kind of, you know, and really just to socialize and get some FaceTime with people, which I would really love to do, but it's not easy to justify the cost just for that, you know. Right, yeah. I could see definitely going, like just showing up to look around, you know, just as a person going to the show. But then my hermit side of myself kicks in and slaps me in the face. Every time I have these ideas, there's this guy that looks just like me, but like really scruffy and dirty. He just like barges into the room and just smacks me in the face and then walks away. Covered in garden soil. It's like, I really want to go to this big event with lots of people. And there he goes, just barges right in, out of nowhere. He's a good guy, though. He's just rough around the edges. He means well. It's like a love-hate relationship. Anthony Watkins and many other sculptors do. They bring their work for display. Yeah, I would too. I really would if I could foot the bill. You know what I mean? I need a few more years, I think. Building up some equity. I have done a Hobbit sculpture before. Mother Slug, that was 3D printed. I don't know what you're talking about. It was laser cut. Everybody knows that. I think this needs to come out just a little bit more here. From space. No, from sharks. You know what's more impressive than the Sphinx? You ever looked at like a honeycomb? Just how perfect each one of the cells are? That's impressive. Or you ever notice how every single leaf in the entire world is different? Just a leaf on a tree. Not a single one's the same. You compare that to like the Sphinx. It's like a uncomparable, really. Hey, what's up? What's up, Louie? How you doing, my friend? Leaves all look different versus the Sphinx. I'm on Team Sphinx. It's just like a crudely sculpted rock that doesn't even barely look like a Sphinx. Come on. The head is totally disproportional to the body. Look, we gotta stop critiquing things differently depending on what age they come from, alright? I choose the leaves, Bango Bongo. Yeah, and the pose is super stiff and boring of the Sphinx. It's just sitting there. You know, you know what I would do with the Sphinx if I was the sculptor? I would have turned the head just slightly to the right or to the left. It would have made it so much more interesting. Should have tilted the head. Just saying. If the maker of the Sphinx were my student, that's what I would say. Mount Rushmore blows the Sphinx out of the water. Yeah, technically, yes, I agree. The adoration for the Sphinx comes from the fact that it's old and mysterious, not from the actual sculpture itself, you know, like the actual technical execution of the sculpture. Because people like to assume that it was just carved with copper chisels or something, but they don't know for sure. Even so, I bet you there's a copper chisel sculptor out there today that can do a way better job. Nobody even knows his name. I feel for you, copper chisel enthusiast, whoever you are out there in the world. There's that one guy, he's like super talented copper chisel artist. Nobody knows him. But everyone knows the Sphinx. Trivia question. Are there more wheels or more doors on planet Earth? More wheels or more doors? More doors. Well, even a car has just as many doors as it has wheels most of the time. So definitely doors. More door. One does not simply walk through more doors. Is that a Lord of the Rings joke? If it was accidentally not one, then that's amazing. The natural occurring dad jokes are strong with this one. Jason Fraley's. Who's that? Not somebody I've been acquainted with yet. He's the copper chisel guy. I'm on his team then. Oh, really? Did you, Can we get a what's his channel name so I can follow? I'm always on the lookout for new up-and-coming streamers. Toy Sculptor. Oh, I think I have seen his stuff, actually. Yeah, he really cool. I think I might already follow him. Let's see. Doesn't he use wax? He makes pieces for production pieces. We rated him once? Okay, good. Alright. Good. Just making sure I got him on my radar, so. Yeah, it's awesome. It's always good to see industry guys getting into the streaming sphere. Right. Castellan's like wax, right? There was, you guys remember, God, what was his stream name? The guy who did the miniature sculpting. Live to Sculpt, I think was his name. Or Sculpt to Live. Does he still stream? It's always exciting when someone like that starts to stream, but then always a buzzkill when they stop. I think it's Sculpt and then number 2 Live. And he specialized in miniature sculpting and really great stuff. I get it too though why some people shy away from streaming. It's the streaming itself is not for everybody, you know. Sometimes it takes time to figure that out, or you know, just life getting in the way or whatnot. A lot of people were COVID streamers. Yeah, exactly. It's also just really hard, and that part always makes me sad, but it also is just really hard to grow as a streamer nowadays, you know? So it's very easy, I think, to get discouraged. Oh yeah, he streamed for a bit too, Sig Neutron. I recognized him from Face Off. Did he stop? It's a lot of a lot of times it's expectations not being met, I think too, you know, because it is a burden to be to produce a stream, you know. And so if you enjoy being a streamer, it's no problem, right? You can bear that burden. But yeah, I think sometimes it's just expectations not being met, which leads to being discouraged and ultimately stopping. Being a streamer is definitely a marathon, not a sprint. When it comes to growth, some people can grow overnight, but for the most part, it takes time. Lots of good time. I'm gonna fill out the shoulder a little bit, even though this will be covered. I'm just gonna fill it out. Streaming agency? No. Gotta talk to my agent. Sometimes I want to stream and at least turn on a camera when I'm sculpting, but I just think about it. It hasn't culminated into action yet. We all have those things that we always think about but don't actually put to action yet. Making the commitment, the dive. It can't hurt. Can only help. If anything, at the very base level, turning on a stream while you're working is going to at least make you probably sit there and work longer and more focused on your work. Then that's where it really helped me in my younger chaotic years, where I was less disciplined, was when I would get on stream, I wouldn't get distracted with things, you know. So I'd feel this need to work on what I'm doing, because even if there was just one person watching, you know, it like requires you to stay on task. So even if the stream never grows into anything other than like that one person watching, you're benefiting from it just because of that. I don't stream because I fear the amount of money and fame I would get overnight. Yeah, it's a good fear, actually. It can change a person. What is the saying? An untimed blessing can be a curse. But instead, we must be made ready first. Yeah, an untimed blessing will become a curse. Bunch of fame and success when you haven't quite got your feet planted yet can be detrimental to your life. CNOT's agent is Emma. First you work, then you eat, then you play. If Emma was my agent, I wouldn't work at all, and I'd be stuck playing all day with her. And then we would end up on the street. But she would be happy, because I'd be playing with her all day. You know, it's funny that you say that, Clayton. I feel you have to go through the exposure therapy session, because you get nervous when you're gonna stream at the beginning, but that goes away and you become comfortable. It's the same with the recording of the videos. Because sometimes I'll record videos and I'll have that nervousness back, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm in front of a camera all the time. But for some reason, when I hit the record button on a video, it's not as natural anymore. So you have to kind of like expose yourself to it enough to become comfortable again. No. Hey, what's up, homeless? How you doing? Welcome. Expose himself on camera. Not like that. Just have to put yourself in that situation even though you're uncomfortable. You put yourself in that situation long enough and it becomes normal. It's the same with like social stuff too. If you're a person that has a problem socializing with other people, that's the best way to overcome that, is to just be uncomfortable and put yourself in those situations where you have to do it, and eventually it becomes your new norm and it's no longer a problem. Third eye required. Twitch changed what? Oh yeah. They rolled back those changes. You can't do that anymore. Let me see. This is the one where I asked her if it looks like what it's supposed to.
This one doesn't look like that.
Oh my goodness. The critic. Oh, the honesty of a child. What a wonderful thing. I think I'm at a stage here where I want to blend. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Let's we're gonna do some like really rough blending with a coarse bristled brush and probably the glue, not the alcohol. I always like to do that with the initial blending of muscle anatomy, just to get everything really to come together. Okay. Take this, find that acid brush. It's around here somewhere. Maybe. Oh, yeah, there it is. This rough bristled brush. And we're gonna just paint some clay glue on here. The clay glue can act as a kind of like a solvent. It dissolves the clay a bit. It's gonna really bring everything together. Get it all under one skin, if you will. Rougher brush will help blend things more drastically. Hello. Magenta. Oh, magnet, not magenta. Sometimes I just don't actually read, but like skim. I get different words. You will now be known as Magenta. How you doing, Magnet? Just a bit more there. And now we're gonna really brush the heck out of this. No, he still needs to be painted, Colleen. Yeah. We have a little bit of a backlog for painting work going on here. That's why we won't be doing any more, any new evening projects, and our evening slots are going to start switching to painting slots, so, as we move forward. I think I'll like that better anyways, if we have like designated times where people can see painting done, since that's asked quite a bit. Painting stream. Yeah, so as we start to finish up evening projects, we'll those time slots will become painting time slots, and we'll catch up on the painting work that needs to be done. We'll say painting and finishing, because I'm sure there'll be some sculpting, like with bases and stuff like that. But painting before or after your February 13th project? What do you mean? Yeah, we're gonna get it all done before. Yes, yep. Oh yeah, so when the February 13th sponsored piece starts, everything else goes on pause until that's done. So it's one of those kinds of jobs. Except our Sunday class, that will continue. See? Bango Bongo knows the crowd. Valentine's Day. What's that? Gremlin one in the oven just now? Alright. That's Tuesday. Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to use alcohol to remove the glue. And we'll just brush things more softly here. Did you ever play Stronghold there, Bingo Bongo? Oh, bummer. There's a little like announcer guy in the game that like lets you know how the kingdom's opinion of you is throughout the game. The people loathe you, sire. The way he says it to you, that was so funny. You're that person for the cnotbusch kingdom. The people I'm trying to think of some of the quotes. Our treasure has turned to crime. There are thieves stealing food from the granary, sire. The worm tongue of the cnotbusch kingdom, yeah. Well, more of like an advisor that like lets the king know how the people are doing and what they think about the king. People are coming to the kingdom, sir. If you had to switch up your clay, like you couldn't get that clay anymore and you had to work more naturally, like dredge the clay yourself, would you still attempt to sculpt, find new techniques to replicate what you're currently doing, or do something new altogether, like throwing on a wheel? Yeah, I would still sculpt. I would just I would just have to really familiarize myself with whatever the new material is and know that there's limitations and things that I shouldn't do. You know, like, I'm not going to do the fur texture technique that same way anymore, you know? I checked in with the people, sir, and they say the Sphinx is cooler than some leaves. Now you're being a worm tongue. People did not say such things. I'm team leaves. Just pick up a singular leaf outside Bango Bongo and just look at the level of detail and precision it has, okay? Tell me that's not a more beautiful piece of artwork than the Sphinx. In fact, forget everything. Pretend like the Sphinx, you didn't know where it came from or what it was. It was just an object. And you're grading it compared to the leaf, the design of the leaf, and the detail level. Outside? Bango Bongo brought it back up. Bango Bongo has a, we've uncovered he's got a problem with letting things go. I think this is the second time this has come up in a 24-hour span here. Yesterday he brought up something that I said like a long time ago that I didn't even remember that I said. This is crazy. Don't worry, Bango Bongo. I'll help you through this. I'll teach you the way to let things go, to move forward. Only forward, my friend, never backwards. Now Sina is banned in Egypt. I'm on the Egypt no-fly list. Not even allowed to visit. It was so bad they buried it. As my punishment for my blasphemies. Is that what happened? Okay. I'd say we get into the texture here, but I don't think we have, not sure we have the time to. But that's the next step, is to add our skin texture. Oh, sure you do. 6 minutes? I don't think so. I have a play date today with my cousin, or my nephew, sorry, not my cousin. Apparently I'm playing some Fortnite on the Nintendo Switch with my nephew from Germany. I've never played Fortnite before, other than like the standalone game that first came out. He will be. He'll have like a wrist armor, something that covers the wrist area, and then the shoulder pad. But the rest of the arm will be bare, I think. I could see him having jewelry though, of some sort. The old my nephew from Germany routine. All right. Good afternoon from Brazil. I'm working now. Start school. So said I can't watch you. Oh, yeah, it's all right. But I'll see you on YouTube more later. That's okay. I'll see you. I stream in the evenings as well. Not today. Today's Friday, but oh yeah. Nice. Don't fight my sculptures, man. They're peaceful, I swear. Fortnite, eh? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Should be fun. I'll play Fortnite with him now, but I'm gonna make him play, well, he's getting Super Smash Brothers for his birthday that's coming up. Then he'll be playing on my turf, some Super Smash Brothers. But yeah. All right, everybody. Hey, it's been a wonderful week. We got a lot of work done for sure. I'll be back on Sunday. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Get outside, get some sunlight, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thanks for helping push us to our goal of 300. What are we at? Yes, get some outside. You'll feel much better. What are we at? What's our counter at right now? Let me check. So if you don't know, we're making a push for Partner Plus, which we need 300 points from. Okay, we're at 100. At the end of the month, we need to have 300, even though it still says 350. 300 points. And, yeah. We get 1 point from tier 1 subs, 2 points from tier 2 subs, and 6 points from tier 3 subs. So that's how you can help us accomplish that goal. And I really, really appreciate it. If we meet that 300 marker for 3 months in a row, I get a 20% raise from Twitch. So, and that lasts for a whole year. So it would be a huge help if we can make that happen. Which would make all your guys' future support from gifted subs and all that stuff increase as well. So after we unlock that 70% split instead of the 50% was what I have right now, all future gifted subs and stuff like that benefits me even more. So it says we're at 100 for the month, which is not bad considering we're in the first week of the month. So we're on track, certainly on track. So, but anyways, I'll be back on Sunday for class. We're gonna be demonstrating how to make accessories, bags, and weapons, and whatever else mushrooms, whatever else we can come up with accessory wise for demonstration. I'd say maybe try to come up with ideas on things you'd want me to just throw some ideas out there as I'm doing that lesson, and I'll try to grab some of those and demonstrate how I would go about sculpting a certain thing. So, but I definitely want to hit just generic bags and generic like weapons or staves and stuff like that, kind of like how to approach them. So once you have the method of how to approach it, you can make any sort of weapon or any sort of object. So, and then we're back to our normal work on Monday, but Tuesday we're starting our sponsor project. So all our normal projects are going to go on pause, and we're going to have a sponsored project that's going to take up all our time until it's done, and then we'll continue with our lineup. So that's how things look moving forward. Let me find somebody for us to raid, and I'm gonna get on out of here. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna drop you guys off with Mr. Sims. He had raided us this week. Let's go see what he's up to. He's a very talented digital illustrator. Me and him used to be part of the DeviantArt collective together, and he's a good guy. So let's go give him a raid. All right, everybody. Till next time. Bye bye.